Welcome to New China. This is our special coverage of CGTN to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. I'm reporter Huiao.
And I'm Erica Pitzi, picking up where my very close friend and colleague Jeff Moody left off. And boy, am I excited. We are in the city of Harbin.
Arguably the most exciting and most beautiful city in Heilongjiang, in North China.
Love it. It's been amazing. And this place is teeming with people. We are on the Central Street, which is the famous street running through the city here. And just take a quick look. You can see
the
cobblestone.
cobblestones.
This is a real good example, really, of the European influence,
the Russian style. Apparently the street was designed and architected by a Russian architect and engineer.
Oh, really?
Back in the old days, in the 1920s or something.
It's beautiful here, and you can see it's attracting people from really all over. Of course, Russia only 700 kilometers away, so
yes,
no doubt the Russian influence is seen here. And guess what? Because we're on this touristy street,
we've got 300 yuan.
We got some money to spend. Where are we going to begin?
Okay, the ice cream shop, which is the most popular and one of the oldest brands in Harbin. It's called Madiar. It's founded in 1906.
Wow,
apparently.
That's old.
That's old.
Let's get some ice cream. Let's go.
There's no line here.
Oh, perfect. That worked out.
All right. So, well, of course, they have multiple flavors, such as, baked hazelnuts, vanilla, and durian.
No, durian.
Durian and ice lolly, sorry. Vanilla, coffee. Ooh. Which one would you want?
I don't know. Wait, what are you going to get?
I think I'm going to stick with the original plain flavor because that's what all got started, right?
All I need in my life is coffee most of the time, so I'm going coffee.
Okay, let's buy that.
Okay.
Why don't we line up?
Oh, we're all right. See what?
All right. That seems like suddenly there's a crowd here.
We got to elbow our way in. Okay, 你好, you going to help with this?
Yes. I'll do the translate. 我们想买一个是原味的，一个是咖啡味的，可以吗？啊，两个是10块一共。哦 ，10 yuan total。
对不起。
原味的。
10 yuan.
10 yuan.
That's it for two.
That's cheap. Yeah, five each.
谢谢。
You got the money, right?
I'm holding the money.
Okay, you're taking charge.
Okay,
right, your coffee. This is the plain ice lolly.
Okay,
All
cheers.
Right? Cheers.
Okay.
Mine's a little bit, tastes very milky. And what about yours?
Excuse me, I'm eating, okay? This is good.
This is good?
Coffee taste.
Have you had similar ones before? Like different, maybe like taste differently or something?
I like how creamy it is, actually. Because it's like a popsicle, but also ice cream. I like it. Ice lolly. I'm into it. My 4-year-old son would be killing this right now. He'd love this. Let's keep walking. We got more money to spend. Come on, let's go. Walking down Central Street here.
You're going across the street.
So listen, so many people here, by the way. See everybody? They all want to be a part of the shot.
Yes.
Okay. Honestly, this is really good, but we have to hand these off.
Because we have more to try.
We have more to buy, more to try. All right, so lovely seeing. 谢谢. Okay, let's keep going.
Where are we running to now?
To this place.
All right.
What do we have here, Huiao?
All right, apparently this is another time-honored brand. It says Luoxi, founded in 1921.
So, what are we going to get here? We got sausage.
We've also got ice cream. Apparently
Famous
this is
Harbin sausage.
Harbin sausage, Russian ice cream. 能不能给我们看看这边的香肠是什么样的？哦，有些什么样的口味啊？就是
传统的红肠就是蒜香烟熏味儿的。
Oh, okay. So it's the traditional kind of sausage is smoky flavored.
Okay, yeah. I like it.
Would you want to try some?
All right, well let's get some sausages.
能不能给我们买一个这个传统的这个味道的？随便买给我们一根吧，2根。We'll get 2 sausages and get a bag.
Okay.
You've got the money, right?
Yeah. How much did they say?
多贵啊，这个多少钱
？38块8一斤。
啊 ，38.8 per. I don't know. They'll
per pound or per okay, all right.
可以，就买2根这个吧。
So these are ready to eat.
Ready to eat.
But we have to cut them or something.
No, you just bite it.
I'm getting.
Well.
Okay, I've got the money.
多少钱
22块一。
？22.
20. Okay.
Yes.
谢谢。
Well, look at the sausage.
This is going to be a little more difficult to eat.
Yes.
I'm going to let my buddy Huiao do that.
I'll try it. It's
Here, I'll grab this for
这
you.
个是可以马上吃的是吧？Yeah, it's readily available. 我们那个钱找了吗？They haven't got us the change yet.
Okay. Oh,
Well, you see, they also have got like yellow beans, like rice and everything, you know, specialized and produced here in Heilongjiang.
谢谢，谢谢。
谢谢. All right. 谢谢, thank you.
Okay, 再见.
I'm gonna get a bite of this.
Yes, do this, do this.
Are you sure you don't want to try it?
I'm really going to trust you. Oh, it's softer than I thought it was going to be. What's inside?
It's pork. It's pork, but
Okay, all right, now I want to try it. Now I want to try it.
You want to try it? You
Now
want
I
to try
do.
the other one?
Yes, I do. Oh, yeah. That's
Is it
really
good?
good. I thought it was going to be a lot harder, but it's actually
pretty soft.
It's
right?
pretty soft and easy to eat.
Yes, and it has this smoky flavor.
I like that. It feels rich. Like fatty and smoky in a good way. It's not overly
Have you
either way.
had it before? I mean,
No,
Disneyland
it's good.
has something like that. You know,
I love
smoked
that.
hams and the drumsticks, but this is sausage, pork sausage.
I love it. I love it. All right, we keep
All
going.
right.
We're gonna
I mean,
hang on to the sausage.
One at a time, and we'll
We
try
have
more.
more money.
More money. Probably
What do we
enough
have
to
to spend?
spend. All right.
What do we have? Oh yeah.
This
Look
is
at
a
the supermarket. Let's
it
go.
says,
Just check
what
it
does
out.
say? Yeah, we should check it out.
Okay. 你好.
Ni hao.
What do we have there?
Meatballs.
Meatballs. Oh, wait a minute.
Do you want it? Oh, and fish balls.
Oh,
It's all handmade. It says it's a handmade.
are they fried? They're
这是
fried.
炸的油炸. Yes, they're fried.
过热乎的啊。
They're hot.
They're hot right
Fresh,
now.
Yes. Do you want to try?
Okay, all right, I kind of do. But the meat one.
The meat one. Okay.
Yeah.
一个手工肉丸。
一个。
不用了，就一个。
Okay. 多少钱？
多少钱？1块5。5块5。5.
Oh. 谢谢.
It's pretty cheap, right? Like
Right,
the,
it's
the
really-
price is very affordable and
Absolutely. To get
Absolutely.
like the taste of Harbin doesn't cost
Authentic
very much
taste
at
of
all.
Harbin.
谢谢. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Should I
Okay.
hold something first? Should I hold the money?
Come on, sit down.
All right.
Sit down next to me.
Sure.
Let's do this. I'm putting the money down. We're getting serious about this meatball. Oh, it's a stick. I do the stick and then it's like this.
Yes. Do you want to try?
Are you
it?
gonna?
I'm gonna watch you do it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Get the other side of the meatball.
Does it taste anything different from the?
It's very different. A fried meatball. I've never had a fried meatball. I'm Italian. I've never had a fried meatball. That's good.
Right. In Italian cuisine, there's also a lot of meatballs, but not fried.
Yeah, you're putting it. I mean, in a pan, you're searing it spaghetti and meatballs, but not like this.
Not like this.
I like this. I like this. All right, we're getting a good.
All right.
We're getting a good
hold
taste
the
of
money.
Hey, I'm in charge of the money.
Okay, you're always in charge.
All right, let's keep going.
All right. Where should we go now?
Well, I don't know. What else? Is there other delicacies in here we should be checking out? Let's take a walk through the supermarket. Let's just
Sure,
check
why
this out.
not? 我们想看看这边还有什么特产，就是当地哈尔滨的。I'm asking what are some of the local delicacies here?
Ooh. Okay.
What is this? 大列巴。What is it? 这是一个什么样的？俄式的面包。Russian bread.
I was going to say, this looks like bread. Oh my gosh. Check this out. These are beautiful.
能
Okay.
打开吗？
Okay, we need them. We need one.
need to
We need
open-
one. We need to
unwrap it.
open one. We need to buy one.
Oh, that's the Russian bread. Oh,
Oh my God. Can we ask if was it made here or made locally?
这个是在当地做的吗？是本地的吗？
对，采用俄罗斯工艺。
Using Russian technique
Oh, really?
and local produce.
Okay. I mean, it's so thick. Is that normal for it to be this?
是这么硬的吗？这么大的吗？
就是外面硬里面软的发酵的。
Oh, so it's hard on the outside, but it's actually really soft in the inside.
Okay, we need to get
We
into
need
the
to get
bread.
one,
We need
right?
to get into the bread. We're
我们
buying some
买一
bread
个这
now.
个。Do you want to check out more of the stuff? Or?
I do. Let's wait. Let's keep going around.
Alright, let's keep going around.
Okay. 稍等.
稍等，我们再
Okay,
看看哈。What else is going on here?
All right, we've got a lot of
Chocolate.
okay,
right?
maybe
Chocolate.
Is Harbin known for its chocolate? Do we know that?
Well,
Or maybe Russian chocolate.
Russian chocolate. Well, this is bordering Russia, right? So
Right.
we have a lot of Russian goods.
So close to it. Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
we got
are these dried vegetables?
definitely dried vegetables. Wait, these are awesome.
Looks like that's like
That's fruit.
kiwi fruit.
Yeah. So there's dried fruit
fruit.
and dried vegetables. Wait.
It's all very westernized. I feel like this is something like I ate, when I was studying in the States. Dried fruit and dried
Yeah,
vegetables.
no, this is true. Oh, look at all the Russian bread stuff here too. Russian kernel bread.
Right. It's
Oh,
again,
look
it's not
at
expensive.
this.
It's 35 yuan.
Oh yeah, 24 yuan for this. Look at how stuffed this is with
Red
oh my God.
beans? Is that red beans?
It is walnuts.
Oh no!
Cranberries.
Cranberries. Nice.
This looks so good. It's really
Wow.
interesting. It's like you step out of China for a hot minute
And
into Russia, but yet all the packaging is still Chinese. And Russian. So that's the beauty of the blend of this city.
yes, so
Oh,
it's
what
got
do we
a
have here? More
sausages.
sausage.
Wow.
Can't
this is
get
also a
enough
local
of it.
brand called Qiuling.
Since 1900. Wow.
Everything is from like the 1900s.
It's wild.
Wow.
That's good.
Cool.
That's good. All right, we got
Fish.
fish. Wow, so this is really a supermarket where you could come to get gifts for people.
Right.
Like you come to Harbin, you're buying gifts.
A very wide variety of goods.
I like it. I like it. I feel like we do need to bring some stuff
Mushrooms?
back to Beijing
Sure.
for our what is all this?
Oh, ginsengs.
Oh, okay.
Probably expensive. Out of our range.
We only have a couple.
Yes, we
100
only have like
yuan.
200 yuan left. What do you expect?
Oh my goodness.
We have the blueberries, mushrooms, a lot of local produce.
I like this.
Oh, that's
Okay,
that's
more
where we
sauce.
went. The store.
This is just where we were.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do we need to bring some sausages back?
Sure. Why
What do we
not? Let's
bring?
have
What do we
one.
bring?
Well, this one looks like interesting.
Does it have different flavors?
Yes.
What are you seeing for different flavors? Because
This is it's not smoked.
not smoked.
Yeah,
So
like
that means you
not-
have to cook it.
No.
It's already cooked.
It's already cooked. It's just not. It doesn't have a smoky.
A smoky taste.
Taste,
Okay,
yes.
I got it. Okay. Well, there's also the individuals.
There's the spicy ones. That's the spicy
Oh.
ones. Super spicy, it says.
Really?
Yeah.
Should we bring some super spicy back?
Sure, maybe.
What's this one?
Oh, I don't know. 意大利四风味. But these ones are big.
What? That's huge. Oh my gosh, they're huge.
They're-
Look at how
they're
big
heavy.
these things are. This is like, that's a massive sausage.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right, let's settle for the spicy
I like this.
one.
I like a
right?
spicy sausage. This is
spicy
good.
sausage.
Okay.
Cook it with spaghetti, maybe.
Sure. Add just some, Italian to the blend of Russian and Chinese.
Yes.
I like it. There's all
Fusion.
sorts of
We call it fusion.
It is,
fusion.
that is fusion. Wow,
food.
you are correct.
All right.
All along here too. What are all these things? Oh, people, we got vodka.
Vodka. Jeff has been all about vodka.
You know what?
In the first 4 days.
Do we need to bring Jeff a present? Chocolate vodka.
A chocolate vodka. It's not vodka.
What does that mean? I feel like
It has vodka flavor.
it's very
in it.
interesting. Rock candy. What? These are interesting foods too. These are like specialty, I don't know, what, candies?
Just too many options.
I
We're
mean, like,
overwhelmed.
We are a bit overwhelmed by the options.
by the options.
But beautiful here. What do we have? What does this say?
It says Central. Okay, this is the
Okay, these are cigarettes?
cigarettes. Central Street cigarettes.
So
550. Oh, out
Okay,
of range.
that's
Oops.
all right.
All right.
Yeah, we're sorry about that.
Jams? Is that jams?
Oh yeah. Oh, and honey.
Honey.
What is the honey situation? Ooh, that looks tasty. That looks thick.
I think we should.
You like this? We're done with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've had what we want. We've got the spicy, sausage and the Russian bread.
I like this. This is good. We
Our
got
whole
a good
crew
blend.
will split it.
Okay.
All right. 我们这两样哈一块儿啊，给我们个小票。
I'm the bank. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's a hefty. Is that good? Wait.
Yeah, that's
I did.
enough.
Okay.
Expensive. Well,
Okay.
no, considering the size of the bread, I mean, it's kind of like.
Wait, so wait, was the bread that expensive or the sausage?
Let me see.
How much
哪个是
was
比较
each?
贵的？
We're checking
Oh, the
prices.
sausages are 89. Sorry, we just have to be really
No, I-
cautious of
I
how much
agree.
we spend.
谢谢.
Right?
Okay, but
we don't
still,
overspend.
but still, in the end, if you think about you're getting these delicacies and you're bringing them back for loved ones or for your, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, friends, loved
it's
ones.
still, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's
not
worth
that
it.
expensive.
All right.
All right.
Well, here,
Let's-
you're.
All right.
I'm giving you this. I'll
okay.
take the money because I'm
Sure.
the bank.
Sure. Coins. Got
Okay.
it all.
So we also want to show folks. Maybe we got enough time for one more place to show
One more
them.
place to show.
And this is supposedly behind us here. One of the oldest, most famous Russian cuisine restaurants
Yes.
in Harbin, right along Central Street here. It's
Why don't we
called
walk in and check it out?
Huamei. Let's check it out. I
Yes,
like that
Huamei.
idea. Let's do it.
I mean, we had a very, very nice meal for lunch, but still, it wouldn't hurt to, see the menu. Wow.
Okay.
One of the oldest
Anya.
Huamei Western restaurant.
It's not exactly a time when people are eating per se, but to know that this is a famous Russian restaurant that people want to come to, Huamei Western restaurant as it says.
Yes.
But this is where you can get your Russian cuisine. What do we have for a menu?
能不能给我们看看菜单? Can we see the menu? Oh, it's right here.
Oh, perfect. Menu? All right.
Oh, it's all in Chinese. I'll
Is it all in
explain.
Chinese? All right, tell us what we have
Okay.
here.
Well, we've got the French eggs, the cabbage roast. Remember what we had
Oh, the
yesterday?
cabbage was so
The
good
cabbage was
yesterday.
so good. Curry chicken tenders. The main course are here. Fried potatoes, fried onion rings,
Yes.
fried shrimps.
Yeah.
We had all that. And Russian patties, too.
The Russian patties. Okay, so this is traditional cuisine. Huiao and I, and our guests, Einar, and Li Yong, and Jeff. There's a whole bunch of us. We went to a Russian restaurant right here in Harbin, just down the street. Exactly same cuisine. Fantastic.
Very tasty.
Super authentic, too.
Unforgettable.
Super authentic. Okay, look, people
All right.
walking around eating the ice lollies.
I think that's it for now. We'll
Well,
show more.
Let's go back out to the street.
Sure,
Let's get one
sure.
last look on the street.
All right. Modern coffee and restaurant. Look at it.
I love it. I love
This
it.
is how vibrant and diverse it is.
This is, and it just, just to get one more kind of look down the road here, you can see, like, we have so many people walking Central Street. This is the place to be in Harbin.
Yes. But let's check out with our, the other team on the southwest, Taoyuan, Sean Caleb's. Let's see what they have got for us.
Yeah, are they having any ice cream? I bet not.
I bet not.
Well, we made a heck of a stop here. We are now in Dali, and we are at a traditional bi-ethnic community. And behind us, you see a live opera going on. They do this, and they live stream it so people can see it all over the world. But pretty impressive.
Yeah, of course. So we're in Yunnan Province, continuing our journey with the New China special coverage to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. And it's our fourth day, and it's taken us to this city called Dali in southwest China's Yunnan Province. And And right now we're seeing a bunch of local people, like you mentioned before, the Bai ethnic minority. They're playing their traditional music.
And what this really is as well is a symbol of how China is also working to maintain this rich heritage, this rich history of the 55 minorities that make up the population.
Despite its modernization and economic growth.
Exactly. And one thing we heard from some of our experts earlier is the fact that many of these people had lived in extreme poverty until recently had kind of threatened that. But now, through efforts to lift millions out of poverty, we are seeing an economic rebirth. We're actually going to be able to go up on stage here and give you a look at this opera. And look at the intricate handiwork here as well, Tao Yuan. This building was actually constructed in 1867. By Chinese standards, not terribly old, but it's still very impressive that all this has remained.
So about 150 years ago, look at this tiger. I think traditionally tiger is an animal of auspice in traditional Chinese culture, certainly in the Bai culture.
Interesting. Well, we're going to go up on stage. Our cameraman is a lot more careful than we are. Take a look at the how the opera is unfolding. Wow, this is great. You should jump in. You had struck up a relationship with this gentleman here.
Just look at these gentlemen here. Most of them are in the 70s and 80s. You would never tell.
Wow. I can't say I've ever been on stage during an opera before, but it's really impressive.
Yes, of course, and you're seeing some of the most traditional Chinese music, and I think they're actually singing a Buddhist scripture.
And to tell you a bit about the outfits that they're wearing, these vests are called the Bai vest.
The Bai horse vest.
It's really amazing, and you just see the history etched in these faces. Imagine everything all these men have seen over years, over generations.
That's right, and I was told that these books actually have the Buddhism mantras written on them, and I was told that these books are over 150 years old.
Wow, it's amazing.
So let me just open them for you.
So they're really amazing how inviting everybody is in this community as well. Tourism is obviously going to be a big part of their future, and everybody here has welcomed us with open arms. Well, let's head down and show more about this village.
Sure. That's certainly what they're trying to develop right now, tourism. Because during...
I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I'm going to stop talking while I walk down in case I fall, but watch your steps.
I know, all I could think is tumbling down live. That would be awesome.
Right.
It's, you know, there's so much history here. Even that tree.
That's a 300-year-old tree.
300-year-old tree
Yes.
in the heart of this courtyard. And that really is one of the characteristics of Bai family living.
Exactly. So we were talking about the development of tourism in this village, and I was about to say just before we went off stage that despite China's whole modernization process and its miraculous economic growth, I think it's just very impressive that the country is still trying to do everything it can to preserve local ethnic culture like this one that we're seeing right now.
Well, let's bring in the party chief of this village as well. Chao Kwon, thank you very much for joining us.
Mr. He, thank you for joining us.
And as we walk down through here, maybe Mr. He can explain to us what makes this such a traditional setting. It's wonderful, it's very calming. There's artwork on all of the walls. There's very intricate carvings on the doors of these homes we're going to see in just a second. But it is really beautiful. What makes this so special?
何书记，我的同事上岸，他想先请您解释一下我们这个现在看到的这个蓝天白云、小白房子，有很多白族元素的这个小村落，它的特殊性在哪儿？
特殊性呢，我们这个是一个有2000多年历史的一个古村落。
Okay, so this village has 2,000 years of history.
我们的民俗建筑风格呢是以青瓦白墙大面画。
Okay, so the tradition of the characteristics rather of the Bai ethnic building is that they have the blackish roofs and white walls. And just by the way, Bai in Chinese actually means white. So 就是白族的白，给我们解释一下这个白字对您这个民族的重要性。What's the importance of the color white? Because the name of your ethnicity, Bai, actually means white, right?
我们白族呢是一个我们这里的大理的一个少数民族，是不是？白族呢是好客，是不是？勤劳、有感，是不是？爱干净。你看，你们大家看一下，就比较漂亮，比较卫生，是不是？整洁啊。
So is that the Bai ethnic group is actually an ancient ethnic group, and the people are very hardworking, very honest, and they like clean stuff. So the color, hence the color white, right?
Sounds good. Tell me how much tourism is involved in your economic base, and what can you say about Chinese efforts to maintain this culture is not lost?
现在的话，旅游对您这个村庄的经济大概是一个什么样的贡献程度？
现在呢，旅游业呢，对我们村来讲呢，也是比较好的一个发展势头。是不是？现在我们把洱海保护好了，是不是？山清水秀了，是不是？游客来这里呢，比较适合人的一个游玩。休闲啊，旅游那好地方了嘛。
He said tourism is actually one of the growing industries for economic income for this village, and they really want to be able to better protect the environment and their surroundings, just so they can attract more tourists.
And this is a traditional Bai household. We were able to pop in here a short while ago. We're going to go in and take a look. We'll follow Mr. He
Definitely.
As he goes in.
何书记带我们。
一个典型的我们民族建筑风格，大家去参观一下，看一下。
So this would be a traditional Bai household.
Wow, it's massive and it's beautiful.
It is. It's got 2 floors.
Is the greenery very important to the feeling of this house? How important is it to have so much live plants around?
白族人是习惯性的家里面会种很多这种。
白族人喜欢花草，是不是？跟我们生态环境呢是比较处得比较和谐，是不是？爱干净，爱卫生，是不是啊
？He said the Bai people like planting stuff in their houses because it just goes with the natural environment, and they like to have a little bit of a lively feeling in their houses.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Traditionally, the province of Yunnan is actually known for growing tobacco. So they're hanging some dried leaves over there. I'm just wondering if that's actually tobacco. 你给我们介绍一下这个挂在这儿的这个东西是烟草吗？
这个不是烟草。
Oh, so it's actually okay. So it's actually not.
我们吃的食用的芋头花是一种香料。
Okay. So these are actually the flowers of yam.
And we're told they're deep fried and mixed with an eel.
Yes.
In a traditional type of food, which sounds amazing. We just had a wonderful lunch when we were here. But we want to go up there, and the cameraman can actually just kind of spin around and show the doors. He can walk up the steps forward. And
这个是我们白族传统的一个塔屋，也叫客厅了嘛。
We'll get there.
So let's just walk.
Well, we're having a couple of difficulties getting the camera going. One of the always the challenges when we have live video coming to you from very far away, which again, we're on a new China adventure. We're taking people all across this country. We're one of 3 crews that are doing that. And every now and then we're going to run into something like this where the camera needs to be hooked back on.
Hard work for the camera crew too, because we are live 5 times a day.
Yeah. And the technological work that's gone into this has just been amazing.
It's just amazing.
Once we do get this on, perhaps we can go down to the lakefront.
Sure.
Show.
Yes, because we've already gotten a glimpse of the traditional door here. Just look at how intricate the wood carving is, and that's also a very impressive local element.
Okay, and we're going to walk down to the lake and tell Mr. He.
Mr. He, can you just
这就是最有代表性的白族建筑风格了。
Okay, he said this is actually the most representative Bai architecture style.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And the doors are not inexpensive. We were told how much they cost earlier, so they took great pride in those doors.
Well, given the intricacies of the wood carving, the handicraft, I think. Thank you.
Oh, so cute. Family. How old is this little one? Yeah. Well, at least she's not crying. That's better than yesterday.
Better than yesterday. You're improving.
Okay.
Okay, so let's keep walking.
Okay.
And just take a minute to just take in the blue sky and the clouds and the beautiful weather. It rained a little bit this morning, but the weather cleared up in the afternoon for our live stream, so that's good. And
does Mr. Ha ever get a chance just to walk around and appreciate how wonderful this environment is, or is he always so busy he has to work?
何书记，他说想问一下，您自己会不会也在这边自己走一走，然后感受一下这里好的环境，还是说工作太忙了？
我们是只要有空有时间了，我们都去转一下，看一下我们的村庄啦、滑稽卫士啦，各方面都要去看一下。
He said he likes to walk outside whenever he has the time, partly to also inspect how the village is doing in terms of environment protection in that regard. But Mr. He, 我想问问您，就是这个村庄现在感觉很安静，平时也是这样吗？是不是也像中国很多其他的村庄一样，年轻人都已经出去了 ？I just want to ask you, this village actually feels quiet.
Yeah, it does.
也就是日出而落，日落而归了嘛。日出就出去打鼓了，日落呢就多数人就回来了。只是长期在外呢，人呢他在外面。
And clearly, music and dance is a huge part of their history as well.
So Mr. He just told me that, like many other villages in China, young people actually work elsewhere because there's just little hope for development in China's villages. 那就像这种年轻人都出去了的这种现象，咱们这边是不是希望也是通过旅游的发展能够解决一部分？
对，我们就是通过旅游发展呢，在我们本村呢，是不是带动一些村民呢，带头去参与一些旅游行业。
Sean, Mr. He just told me that's also why they're trying to develop tourism, because that way they can actually attract the young people working outside the local.
Yeah, it makes total
young
sense.
people working outside, they can come back home and just make money from home.
And if we walk over here to the front, we can look down, and I think this is really the centerpiece of the village, Erhai Lake. And there have been tremendous efforts to preserve this area.
Right.
We know that President Xi was here just 4 years ago talking about the importance of the environmental protection of this area. Please ask our guest how important it is to have that commitment from the top level of the government to keep this safe.
OK， 他说习总书记来的时候也下达过指令，说我们要保护好这里的山山水水。那这样的指令的话，对我们当地政府在做起来工作的时候，它有什么样的一个促进的作用呢？
这主书记呢来到这里以后呢，对我们当地干部群众呢，提出了一定要把我们洱海保护好这样一个要求呢。这一个嘱托以后呢，我们的各级单位这块也比较关心注视，是不是？经过这几年的洱海保护治理呢，我们的洱海水呢比较清澈了，是不是？一年比一年好了，是不是？我们华姐你们也看到了都。比较美丽嘛，是不是？比较乡村也比较美丽，是不是？比较好。
He said after President Xi Jinping actually made the order to protect the mountains and waters here, especially the Erhai Lake, local governments have paid special attention to environmental protection.
Well, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you very much, and we're going to be by Jason Pim.
OK， 何书记，谢谢您参加我们的直播。
Oh, and here we have some of the traditional costumes of people coming through. We've heard about how wonderful and ornate the Bai outfits are, and now we're seeing them.
Once again, you see the color white.
Yes, exactly.
好，
你好。
你们是来干什么的，大姐？
我们是来演出跳舞的。
演出跳舞。
对，
一会儿是在洱海边吗？
对，就是在这边。
Okay, they're gonna come to perform. I guess we just got lucky.
We did just get lucky.
Okay.
And we're joined by Jason Pim. Jason is a transplant, for lack of a better term, to Yunnan Province. And Jason, we're going to walk down to the edge of Erhai Lake here. This is really what kept you here, isn't it, in this region, just this raw, rugged beauty?
Yeah, I absolutely love having the water this close. It's really nice. And what they were talking about before about protecting the lake, they have done a very good job. The first time we came here, they did have a problem. They had this stuff called, this is kind of a green algae that just outbreaks on certain types of water.
Right.
And in the past 10 years, they've cleaned it up completely. It's now counted as drinkable water.
Wow, that's impressive.
And they got fish is one of the things I like. We come with my son down here, and you can see just below you, right by the bank, just schools of lots of small fish. So it's lovely. It's really nice to have.
Let's just go right up here against the wall and kind of look back out, because this isn't the kind of thing that I get to see very often. This is quite a treat.
Jason, the hai in Chinese actually means sea, right? So because this lake is so huge that local people actually call it the sea.
Yeah, I think that's a local dialect thing. That's what Yunnan people call really vast lakes.
Okay,
but I think that's because it has the same function that people, they make their whole livings from the lake. There's all the fishermen and so on. So
right,
and also a lot of the aquatic plants here.
Right. So I was going to ask you this because this is really the center of Dali. This is what people come to see when they come to the city. How important do you think Hai Lake is in terms of attracting tourists to the city?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you can imagine if this did go the other way and it was unfortunate enough to get polluted, I mean, that would ruin the whole place. It would be terrible. It would be a real loss. So I'm really, really happy that they have put a lot of work and effort into preserving this and making sure that it stays clean and still not just for the fish but also for water birds and so on.
Of course.
As we continue our new China adventure, we spent about 6 hours on the bus driving here this morning, bouncing around, and you really feel it's worth it once you get here. We found out earlier about 60% of the population of Dali could be traced back by ethnic group, but there are also Westerners that are setting here. What is life like here?
Life here is very relaxed, and something I think is very special about the Bai people, which has a lot to do with their history, is they're extremely welcoming. Just in the short time we've been here, we've seen a huge influx of outsiders from around China and from abroad. And if it was me, I would be kind of annoyed. But they've been immensely welcoming and very friendly and helpful, really lovely people, which makes a big difference as well.
Are there also a lot of Westerners coming to live here like yourself? Or are
yes,
you
and a lot of people who've chosen to settle down here. And doing all kinds of businesses as well.
So it is becoming more international indeed.
Yeah, it's a strange shift. So before it used to be a lot of Western backpackers and no Chinese tourists, and now it's a lot of Chinese tourists and more the long-term foreigners who've chosen to stay.
We're running out of time. Is that your family over there?
That is my family.
Would you like to bring them over and just to say hi? Come on over.
Come over.
Come on over.
So this is my wife, Cici.
Hi, Cici.
Who's from
Hi, Cici.
And this is my son, Joseph.
Hi, Joseph.
Hey, Joseph, I'm Sean. Nice to meet you. Cici?
Cecilia.
Cecilia,
I'm
pleasure to
Taoyuan.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So these are...
This is Tao Yuan and Sean.
It's great to meet you. Your dad, your husband, has been an amazing asset to us while we made this trip. But
of course.
We're about running out of time now.
Right, but just one final word from you guys. What do you want to say? Have you ever been here before? Your dad said you take me here all the time?
I don't think I've ever been here before.
Not this village, but we've been to the lakeside before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You like walking?
Lots of time. It's kind of boring.
But you do like to see the fish.
How old is he? 11? 12. Yeah. What about you, Cici?
Oh yeah, we love the lake and the mountain. We really enjoyed living here. That's why we stick here for more than 50 years now.
Wow.
When you said we, you actually meant you and your husband, just not the boy.
Yeah.
Well, great. Thank you for coming down, and thanks for sparing him for 48 hours for us.
With that, I think we've come to the conclusion of the southwestern route of this edition of our live streaming, but we have more exciting stuff lined up for you in our later shows.
You go. Well, thank you, Sean, Caleb, and Taoyuan. And my name is Hans, and you are?
And I am Erica Pitzi. And we are in Harbin, as we were just showing you earlier. We are on the Central Street, this beautiful cobblestone street, which really is just a perfect remnant of the European influence, Russian influence, that
A perfect
this
mix.
city offers here. Yes,
For
the
sure.
Chinese-Russian influence. You can see it all over this city. We were showing you all the different Russian delicacies earlier.
Like ice cream, sausage,
Ice cream,
like
yum, yum, yum.
all that. We checked
So
out the
fantastic.
menu. But we also made some friends, haven't we?
We have made some friends because, you know, Harbin is the northernmost really important city of the Northeast,
Yes.
right? I mean, we're talking a city of what, 10 million?
Think about a population, 10 million, like Beijing.
Beijing, 22 million, okay. But 10 million
Harbin
is significant, right? Because it's still a massive city. And you can see behind us, we've got lots of people going through, even though there seems to be a little bit of construction work going on, tons of people here, and people come from all over.
Yes.
This is a destination city.
I mean, people think of Harbin as this ice and snow city because this is what it's known for, the Ice and Snow Festival. But, you know, this is the summertime. We're at the tail end of the summer. We're heading
We're
into
lucky.
the
It's
autumn.
nice. And we don't
But
even have to wear a jacket. It's
yes,
so nice.
the weather's so nice, but there are plenty of people who are just drawn by the exotic culture, this interesting mix of different cultural
Absolutely.
influences.
And we met some friends.
We met some friends.
So we want to introduce you to them. So come on over.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Hello, guys.
So we have two friends who we just met. Your name is?
奈良
Naiyuan. Okay, Naiyuan's from Shanghai, and your name is?
志哥
Zhige. Where are you from?
大庆
Daqing. All right.
And that's perfect because this is an example of someone who has been to Harbin before, lives kind of close,
And someone
who has certainly not and lives down in the south. So this is the perfect couple to talk to here. So to you first, this is your first time here. First tell us, why are you here?
I'm here for ski. It's a trip for ski.
But now it's winter. It's not. Sorry, it's summer.
But in Harbin, there is the biggest in-house ski park in the world. So I just wanted to have a good experience in skiing.
So you're going to go skiing
Yes.
in the summer in Harbin.
That's
Who
interesting.
knew? That's wild. When are you
wild.
doing that? Tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Are you going to go skiing as well?
No, I just came here to meet her. We are friends for years, so
Excellent.
Because Daqing is just 2 hours away from Harbin, right?
it's less than 1 hour by train.
But why are you here? Like, what do you think of Harbin? And
I think Daqing it's different from Daqing because Daqing it's a new city. It's not such a touristic city. But Harbin, you know, it's a touristic city, and there are you see the Russian restaurant and the Sophia Church, and they are very beautiful. And we are going to try some Russian food tonight.
have
Which
you tried
is
it before?
exciting.
Have you tried it before? Russian food?
No, it will be the first time.
We'll guarantee you, it's worth it. It's definitely worth the try.
Oh, we loved it. We had Russian food last night. Authentic.
Awesome.
It was
We loved every single dish of it.
literally every single thing.
Which restaurant?
Get the cabbage thing. Russia. It's called Russia.
I think it's called Russia, Meatball or something. It's really, really
No,
good.
it really
Google
is
it.
called
Google
Russia.
Okay.
We'll talk to you
We'll
after
talk
the
to you.
camera stop.
But thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your time
Enjoy
in
your
Harbin.
time.
Thank you.
I mean, how perfect.
How perfect. One from Shanghai, the other from the oil field.
And meanwhile, we didn't even know that there was a ski house, the largest one in the whole
Keep
world.
learning about Harbin. Well,
Right,
I mean,
here
we
in China.
just learned it has the largest tiger park in the world. Now this afternoon, someone told us there's an indoor ski house.
I asked them, hey, are you going to go to the tiger park? And they both were,
No,
No,
But
no,
that shows how many options the city has
this
to offer.
This is absolutely true.
Right?
Not to mention that it's just beautiful just to stroll down Central Street and eat whatever, buy whatever, enjoy
so
the
much
scenery.
to do.
It's
Just
gorgeous.
endless things to do.
We're so obsessed with this city. Okay,
All right.
but there's so much more of China
For
to
sure.
celebrate on this 70th year anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. So let's send it on over to, where are we going? We're going southeast.
We're going to Southeast and check it out with our reporters and anchors, Jianhua and Lindy. They must have something exciting as well to
I'm
tell us.
sure. Take it away, guys.
are in Harbin. That is my home city, and I miss my hometown so
Feeling
much.
a bit homesick now, aren't you?
That's right. Especially, I have been watching you guys on the Central Avenue, Central Street, as Erica put it. Of course, Erica, thank you very much for joining us on the trip. I know you're going to do it 4 days. It's still a little bit tough and tiring, right?
Yeah, right. There's a lot in store for you, Erica. Good luck.
Good luck. Okay, so what do we talk about today?
Yeah, well,
Where are we?
We're on the road at the moment, so we are leaving Guangdong Province. We've been in Shenzhen today, and we are on our way to Xiamen, but via Shantou. Shantou, I'm pronouncing it Shantou.
Shantou.
And of course, that is all Fujian Province, so that's a new province for me, somewhere I've never been before. Quite excited about that. And today we're going to talk about cultural inclusiveness. So it is quite fitting that, in fact, we started the day in Shenzhen.
In Shenzhen, that's right. If you want to talk about cultural inclusiveness, this is definitely the place to be, right? Shenzhen, I would like to say that is a melting pot of Chinese cultures, because this city is very much like embedded in the Guangdong Province in southern China. It's very different from the Cantonese culture, because you have people from different parts of China. And also, we're en route to Shantou.
That's right, on the road.
And that place has the Chaoshan culture. Of course, what is Chaoshan culture? Later, we're going to come back to that topic once again with our honorable guest here.
Right. Yeah, we're on that road now, and I'm sure you can see the view that we're seeing on the road. It is a beautiful sunny day, but it is incredibly hot out here. Temperatures way above 30, in fact, almost 40 degrees
41.
today. But yes, at least we're comfortably in the bus for now, talking about cultural inclusiveness. Now, I just want to reference this to a meeting that took place in Beijing in May this year. It was called the Conference on Dialogue of Asian Civilizations. Xi Jinping was at this conference, as well as the President of Greece, and it really was an opportunity to talk about mutual learning between civilizations. I think this is an important topic, because somehow, you know, when we talk about the East or the West, we always seem to infuse it with the word clash, like the clash of cultures. East meets West, as though somehow it's inherently problematic or difficult, or just somehow we can't integrate. So this meeting was all about overcoming misunderstandings with exchanges, replacing clashes with mutual learning, and substituting condescension with cultural coexistence. Quite a beautiful framework, isn't it? Quite a beautiful intention for this meeting.
Yeah, people to peer exchanges. Okay, I think that's the best way out. What is going on around the world, protectionism or something, right?
Exactly,
that is part of globalization. Now we can see our bus, so that's new China CGTN, okay, in honor of the founding of the People's Republic of China for 17 years already. So in the meantime, let's bring in our guests. Okay, as always, I have Andy Mock, who is the Senior Fellow at the Center for China and Globalization, and Han Hua, who is the President of the Beijing Belt and Road Cooperative Community. Welcome to the program once again. Okay. Great to be here.
Yeah. So let's start with, I'm curious about Chaoshan. You sort of touched on it a little bit earlier, but how is this particular place that we're going to, Shantou, I keep pronouncing it wrong. Shantou. How is it an ideal place for us to talk about cultural inclusiveness?
Yeah, I'm very proud to introduce to you, especially Lindy, because you're a foreigner. And when we Chinese speak of Shantou, we immediately think of the cuisine, the very delicious food from Shantou. Everybody knows, even in the world, that Cantonese food is very famous, partly because that people in Guangdong, they move out of China to the world, first to Southeast Asian countries, later to other countries in Europe, in America, and they bring with them the Cantonese food. But the original place for Cantonese food is actually from Shantou, from the Chaoshan area, we call that. It brings to the table the real flavor, the real flavor of the raw materials. It does not, mess with the other sauces or the saucing or the second-hand, cooking methods. The aim is to bring the real essence and also nutrition out of the raw materials, where in Shantou area there are many vegetables, different kinds of fruits, also different kinds of meat as well. So Chaoshan people are really capable of that. It is said that many good chefs are actually from this area.
Is there a particular meal or a particular dish that's famous from
I
there?
like the soup from this area. For my, this is kind of a personal experience, and I look forward to tasting that too.
Yeah, me too. You're making me hungry.
Probably we're going to have the soup tonight.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
we're arriving in Shantou around 8 or 9.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yeah,
have our supper
Guangdong
there.
people, Cantonese people, they cannot live without soup. So you're assured that we will have, very good soup.
Well, we do have a Cantonese person on the bus. Is
Well, I
that?
was just going to say that in New York City, I don't know if this restaurant's still there, but in New York, Chinatown, so the old Chinatown, not in, the new part in Flushing, but there was a restaurant there that was Chao Zhao Cai, and it was very, very, very popular. And one of the most popular dishes there was a sliced goose.
Oh, really?
So that's also, I think, a very well-known dish. But you're right, soup is a core part of the meal in Guangdong.
But Andy, how important is food, or at least how useful a tool is food in bringing people together?
Well, I think food all around the world is a very powerful way of bringing people together, sharing experiences, building rapport. But it's very fascinating because we're talking about this idea of inclusiveness in China, is that just how remarkably open and inclusive the Chinese consumer is. So we were talking about this earlier, but in the 80s, when the first McDonald's came to China and opened in Beijing, there was tremendous skepticism amongst foreign analysts who said China has a rice culture. They will never eat hamburgers. And yet that McDonald's went on to become the most successful McDonald's worldwide.
Yeah.
Then look at pizza. When Pizza Hut,
But
KFC,
sorry.
Oh, no, but I was just going to say, with pizza, many skeptics said Chinese people don't eat cheese, so pizza will never catch on here. And look at how successful not just Pizza Hut has been, but KFC, but other pizza places now. Even some very, very authentic Italian pizza places in Beijing have become very, very popular. And I could go on, but it just shows that how open Chinese people are, in particular consumers are, to new types of food.
And it is that, again, this idea that when cultures are brought together, the first instinct is for people to think they will clash. But as you say, in this example, McDonald's was widely accepted. I mean, maybe tell us a little bit more about that, the introduction of these big Western brands into Chinese food culture.
Yeah, just now I said KFC. When KFC opened its very first Shanghai branch, it was amazed because maybe half of the town were crazy about that, and they go for trying to eat the fried chicken, and they think that it's a perfect combination because Shanghai people do like eat chicken like some else in China, but also they like the new style. They like to try the new style of chicken to be cooked this way. So I think this is also showing that Chinese people's curiosity and their openness towards new things, not only in food. This is actually in the blood of Chinese culture, not for the present, for the past 30 years or for the current times, but also in the history when many dynasties in Chinese history, they were the leading powers, allow me to say that, in the world history. But then they were very open towards that. There was this particular detail I want to share with you, that for Tang Dynasty, where the Silk Road was finally established, and the then international exchange are becoming very rich and abundant. There were many actually foreign officials to take jobs in the then Chang'an, currently now Xi'an, the capital of Tang Dynasty, to be a Tang Dynasty official in China. And also the typical uniform dress wore by then the males and the females. They are actually introducing a lot of foreign elements into their clothing, including the different sewing style from probably the Persian culture and the other colors from another countries, and they just like them. and they put them in their clothes, and they still think it's a good way to show that their openness and their likes of all the beautiful things. And this was later developed and explored into what we now call the Hanfu or the Han clothing. It's kind of evolution. So the Chinese culture is not just standing there, wait for you to embrace. It's evolved itself. And during this evolution process, the key feature is about its openness and inclusiveness.
And I want to maybe go back to a point that Helen raised about when McDonald's and KFC first came to China 30 years ago. And that just shows how much China, the consumer economy has advanced. Because when the first McDonald's and KFCs came here, they were so unique and so special that people would go out on dates and they would go to a McDonald's. Whereas today, it has become more like a McDonald's in the US or in Western Europe, where it's pretty common and you go there because it's inexpensive and it's fast and convenient. But we can also see that it shows the willingness of Chinese consumers to adopt, to try new things, but also how much prosperity the country has experienced over the last 30 years, from McDonald's being a very premium dining experience now to being just like, you know, fast food, convenient kind of meal option.
I mean, thinking of sort of comparing it to when McDonald's was introduced to South Africa, I think it might have been, I mean, I must have been about, 10 or 12 years old, so again, probably about just over 20 years ago, maybe 20 years ago or so. And it was very, very exciting for a lot of people. The queues were out the door. Yeah. So American culture and American food was going to be prominent in South Africa. It just had a lot of appeal. Even recently, I think in the past 3 or 4 years, Krispy Kreme donuts were introduced to Johannesburg in South Africa, and the queues were out the door for donuts. It blew my mind that like the desire to consume American products was just so big. And you know, to be honest, a lot of like engaging with Chinese culture, Chinese food. In South Africa, I think I first went to a Chinese restaurant in my late teens. And when I was young, it wasn't part of like how we ate at home, you know. But as you grow up and you go out with friends, you start experiencing different restaurants and different places to eat. So my experience of Chinese culture was obviously just like chicken chow mein and beef chow mein, and that was how I learned about Chinese food. But definitely learning about Chinese culture and sort of civilization and the ancient civilization. I think my first encounter was a book called The Tao of Pooh. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Yeah.
It was using
Winnie the Pooh.
Yes, and it was teaching Winnie the Pooh.
Well, the Tao of Pooh.
Yeah, it was called The Tao of Pooh, but it was using Winnie the Pooh to teach Taoism to a younger audience. In fact, not even a younger audience, maybe a global audience.
That was interesting.
Because Winnie the Pooh is quite, I mean, I think the book was a bit advanced for me at the time. I was quite young when I first encountered it, and it was like maybe 12 or 13 or 14. And but what it did, I mean, from what I understand about Taoism, and you'll obviously correct me where I'm wrong, was that it was teaching a sense of patience and calm through even very difficult times
and acceptance.
And acceptance.
Yes.
I mean, and you know, the character Winnie the Pooh, he is incredibly calm. He's very contemplative, very considerate, and it used, you know, his character as a way to explain this ancient Chinese religion, or some, you know, something that many people, perhaps in China, or obviously in Asia, were very familiar with. But I think Western audiences were grappling to really understand, and this was one way in which to do so, by reading this book.
Taoism is a little bit like occult, right? Something like mysterious, but through meditations that you try to train your patience, something like that.
That's, I mean, I don't know, you know better than me. I'm not going to try to define it.
That's the highlight you got. I want to share with you more is like, Taoism is one of the homegrown philosophy. And it's
or even
kind
religions,
of,
we can call it.
It's kind of essence of the Chinese culture, part of the essence of the, I'm happy you mentioned that.
That's right.
Because Taoism actually honors people, respect people's choice of the different paths of her own, his own growing, and her own and his growing of the choices, right? And but at the end of the day, it also let you know that it needs to be appreciated of other people's choice of their own path. To
respect
be what kind of person
choices.
you want to be, what kind of career path you choose, and to be more appreciative of this. And then during this kind of mutual appreciation, you feel that yourself can be appreciated by others as well. For me, this is my take of learning Taoism when I was a child.
That's amazing.
You know, this also, I think, maybe to also bring this from another perspective, I think you're absolutely right, Helen, that one of the hallmarks of Chinese culture and also Chinese politics is this acceptance of other points of view.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were just coming from Shenzhen and seeing, you know, how the future is being created, not just for China, but the world, in 5G, in drones, you know, UAVs, in life sciences like genetic research. But why is that? And I think it's partly because of this root of Taoist thinking. Because we see, you know, some countries talk about, you know, kind of being very dogmatic. And, you know, when we look back to the days of Galileo, the church being very strict and inflexible, saying, you must accept that Earth is the center of the universe, without, you know, kind of having that open-mindedness. And, you know, some countries today talk about we must have shared values. If you don't believe what we believe, we're going to have a problem, and we're going to try to force you to change. Whereas China talks about a shared future. And the shared future means we all can believe different things, but we can still prosper together.
I really like that. I really like that. I mean, we can walk different paths.
As long as we have shared interests.
Yes, shared interests, right.
But it's as though
not
like
necessarily shared values, but shared interests.
It's as though we can see the finish line in a sense. So we can see where we want to get to, but we're going to get there together. Even if we believe in slightly different things, we have, you know, we want to get
to the shared future.
Right?
Shared future. Do you think that Taoism is in China's politics when it comes to international relations?
My own view is that it's not explicitly in politics, but just like Taoism, Confucianism as well, really are very deep part, and Buddhism as well, are really part of the Chinese maybe psyche or even DNA, cultural DNA.
I think you brought it up, like Confucianism. Yeah, it is a little bit very much integrated into the Chinese culture, and of course we have Confucius institutes all across the world. So, how do you assess the current Confucius Institute in different parts of the world? It's in Africa.
There's many,
right? There are many of them in the universities. But as far as I know, there's taking the course provided by Confucius Institute. They don't get any credit, and that's true.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I mean, I know a lot of people do language courses through the Confucius Institutes, various things like that. But I think perhaps a lot of the value that the Confucius Institute has brought has been this, you know, engagement, this people-to-people exchange, doing the language courses and learning about the culture, and getting opportunities to perhaps travel to China and do courses, you know. But I'm not sure about the academic side of it, whether people are accredited for those courses.
I don't know either, but you are mentioning a very good question regarding whether Chinese leaders, the Chinese government or Chinese people are applying this Taoism, Confucianism, as well as the Buddhism into the policies. I don't see it will be made explicitly, but it's in our blood. It's in the blood, in the culture exchange blood. So as for the Confucius Institute, you know, Chinese characters and the Chinese language itself is a way of conveying these messages through its very unique handwriting. The characters, you need to learn how to write these characters, and each character carries different meanings. If you, Lindy, we know the Chinese characters. Even for one Chinese character, using in different contexts, it carries different meanings. So through this kind of language learning, I think it follows the culture, and the culture needs to be executed or be appreciated by other people in some real activities. So that's the meaning, or that's the significance of Confucius Institute. There are physical locations there where you can learn the Chinese language. You can exchange ideas with the teachers, with the students there, so that people can have this real physical offline activities to learn more about the culture behind. If you don't need to accept this culture, like Andy said, you don't need to accept our value, but as long as we have shared interests, one of our shared interests is we got to have better livelihood. We want to have more interests for myself, for our family, for the community we're living, and this shared interests can be achieved without necessarily to share the value. Right?
One thing I want to add about learning Chinese characters, I mean, whether you're handwriting them or learning them the traditional way, you know, through calligraphy, is that the stroke order, the order in which you write the characters also matters. And I think that also illustrates, it's a good example of, say, the Chinese way of thinking about things. That not only does the end result matter, but the way you do it, the order in which you do things also matters.
And also the big picture you have in mind when you start writing a Chinese character.
I just wanted, now that you mentioned that, you know, there's the order of the characters and there's all these little things that people that are not Chinese or don't speak the language don't fully grasp sometimes, and maybe can lead to some small misunderstandings.
Or big misunderstandings.
Or big misunderstandings. The tones, for one. You can say completely the wrong thing if you get the wrong tone.
Yes.
But I've noticed even when you count with your hands, that it's quite a different system.
Really?
So I know about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is pretty much standard,
1, 2, 3, 4,
right? But 6
5.
is
7.
This is our 6.
This is your 6.
Yeah, this is our 6. Yeah.
And then?
And then 7.
This is so interesting.
7. Yeah.
8.
And 8. 9. And this is 10. 10.
Just remember that. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think I'm running out of time.
Right,
Okay.
so
We do have a lot to talk about, of course, after the show, but keep the conversation. Of course, now Erica and Huiao, now back to you in Harbin, my hometown, of course.
Do I go first?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Jianhua and Lindy. That sounds like they had some fun.
Absolutely, but here we are, back in Harbin, where we've been for this entire live stream. I'm Erica Pitzi, alongside Sui Wei out here. Okay, so
back on those Central Street.
We
got
are on
our
Central
bread.
Street. We got our bread here. We're breaking bread together.
Okay.
Literally, quite literally. And we've got our
Russian
craft Russian beer.
Indeed.
So we're going to get into it because we've been just eating and drinking throughout this city. Because that's the way to experience a city.
That's what we've been doing in the past 4 days.
Okay, so, and we got to break bread. Here we go.
How hard it is.
It's a little hard, but she said hard on the outside. All right.
Soft on the inside.
It is soft on the inside.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Russian bread.
Okay. I like it. I like it. And there's like a crunch on the outside. Like good. That's good. We gotta wash this down.
All right. Our moment for ganbei.
Ganbei.
Ganbei. Cheers.
Cheers. I like it.
Yeah.
It's light. It doesn't feel too heavy.
It's pretty fresh. I mean, this is summertime. What a better time to have a glass of beer, just chill outside.
Which, by the way, is obviously not what Harbin is famous for. Certainly people come here for the ice festival when it gets
the snow sculptures.
So cold here. You've been to the ice festival. You said it was amazing.
It's definitely amazing. It's definitely worth the visit. The ticket price is a little bit, expensive, but I mean, for just thinking about how much you can spend, how much time you can spend there scrolling around all those amazing, dazzling ice sculptures.
No, it always looks amazing. I mean, people know about it all around the world. I gotta say though, being here now with the mild temps, it's been so amazing to just walk the street, not be freezing while we're doing it, right? It's been awesome. We've learned so much. The Siberian Tiger Park, hello, must see. 1,000 tigers, amazing. Roaming, you can feed them raw meat, but definitely get into the caged car. That's probably a better idea.
But you were talking about how much you were impressed by the diversity.
Yes. I mean, I think that's what struck me the most, right? So we had this amazing Russian meal last night, amazing Russian vodka, and it felt so authentic. But that's not the only influence here, right? We've got Korea nearby, so Koreans, Mongolia. And then there's a European influence too that dates back so many years, because this is, interestingly enough, even though we're in really the northernmost part of China, only 700 kilometers from the Russian border, it still has an international feel.
Definitely. I mean, where I'm from, Shanghai, it also is known for its international palette. It's got Russian, well, not Russian, but like French influence, British influence. But it's because there were French concessions there. There was UK, there's British. It was a colony. But here it's purely the geographic proximity to all these different countries.
And people are being drawn to Harbin, even to this day. They're coming to study. They're coming from Siberia. They're coming from America. They're coming from all over,
and some chose to stay. I mean, they don't just come and go. They actually stayed. And made a living here.
Absolutely, and you can see why.
Yeah, totally.
Even when we talk to tourists, just today, walking down the street, some people coming here for the first time.
You can see all the happy faces on them, like getting all excited, just like, well, this is my second time to Harbin, but still, I get this feeling that everything keeps changing. And that's the whole point of us doing this series called New China, because things don't just stand still in China. They keep going.
Surely not. Absolutely.
The wheels just keep moving.
The wheels keep moving of progress, forward thinking. The more reform and opening up happens, the more the entire country can, I don't know, progress, become more different, more international.
And more open.
More open to the world, which is amazing. And by the way, more and more people get to learn about China and experience what an amazing country this is. All right, one more sip?
One more sip. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ganbei.
Thanks for joining us. Before we go, we do want to show you one last little thing.
Yes.
Which is the hotel, the famous hotel that we've been staying in called the Modern Hotel. And the history on this.
Yes.
Okay. So I got this. Wait, I got this.
I know. I trust you.
Okay, so let's stroll arm in arm here on Central Street. So the history of this hotel is that it was founded by a Russian businessman. And what's crazy about this is that back in the 1930s, he was such a well-known, prominent person in the region. Everyone knew he was super rich.
Right.
And so his son was kidnapped.
What?
And what else do you know about this?
Well, I pretend I didn't know this,
but
it's actually this Russian businessman. His son was kidnapped, apparently by Belarus mobs.
Wow.
And was killed.
It's horrible, but kidnapped for ransom, obviously, because he was so rich. So that's really
and at that time,
shocking.
Yes, it was one of the foremost shocking kidnaps at the time in the world.
So,
can you believe that? We're staying in a hotel.
And let's show folks the hotel. This is the Modern Hotel here. And I mean, the thought of that story alongside this hotel is incredible. But we're talking about, what, 1906 this was founded?
Yes.
And
now it's state-run.
Now it's state-run. So state-run in the sense of China, Chinese state government here, which is why we're staying here.
It says it was built it started constructing in 1906 and took 7 years of construction. So it was completed in 1913.
Got it.
Long history.
It is absolutely beautiful inside. I think there's been some changes over time, but it's kept some of its original marble and
flavor,
Russian flair. And that's where we're lucky enough to stay. And so,
I mean, this is part of the merits of being, reporters and anchors who get to experience different cultures and going to different places and experience the authenticity of Harbin.
I agree. Should we take folks inside for a minute?
Yes,
to
why not?
See inside the Modern Hotel. Let's do that real quick.
All right. Modern coffee and restaurants. Oh. Just look at the decoration here.
Yeah, you see the blend. So Russian with Chinese, really.
Yes. It's a perfect combination of two cultures.
And that's what Harbin in the end really represents. And I love that. I mean, this has really been an amazing experience to experience everything about this city, from the food to the delicacies.
You know what? We've still got a night here.
I know.
What should we do? I mean,
I don't know. We've got to really explore. I think we need to see Central Street at night.
Yes.
Walk it. Do that whole thing.
It gives a different vibe.
Definitely.
At night, because
you got the lights.
Got the lights on, and you can see the architecture at night.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful classical Russian architecture.
Very excited.
A lot of people cross by each other. Maybe we'll make more friends. Who knows?
But the reason why we are spending so much time in Harbin is because it really is the most important city of the Northeast route here.
Indeed.
And that's why we want to make sure we dedicate the time, because there's so much to learn.
So much to learn.
And so much to celebrate on the 70th anniversary of the founding of the PRC. But thank you so much for joining us.
We've had a blast. Hope you did, and hopefully, you will watch us And we'll head to Huiao. I don't know if you're...
Yes.
It's a place where it produces the finest rice in China.
And that's starting tomorrow.
That's starting tomorrow. Stay tuned. And bye for now.
In 70 years, China has undergone unprecedented transformation. From its old industrial base in the northeast to its new manufacturing powerhouse in the southeast and to its emerging southwest. CGTN offers you a panoramic view of contemporary China. Our crews will travel along 3 different routes and come to you live from dozens of locations and free mobile studios. Join us for an all-inclusive look at China on our TV channel and digital platforms, September the 9th to the 20th. It is New China, then and now, in celebration of the 70th anniversary of the People's Republic of China, only on CGTN.